Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. So how's your 5783 going so far? Well, I know it's only a few days old, but the energy you put into its beginning is how your year will unfold. And I'll be putting my 10 Days of Awe program out in another day or two. And as one year leaves and another's ushered in during this time of reflection, we see the devastation of nature with the 1-2 punch of Fiona and Ian. And wow, Fiona was bad. But Ian, it's like a cross between the movie The Day After Tomorrow and Taken, putting Florida in a state of Armageddon, which is a name that comes from Megiddo, not that far from Jerusalem, where many a biblical battle took place, including a major one by David and another by Pharaoh Thutmose III, and where the book of Revelation say the battle between good and evil at the end of time will take place. And doesn't it seem we're there practically every other day? In fact, when it rolls around, it might just feel like lunchbox letdown. In the meantime, I hope you're all still enjoying your apples and honey. You want to usher in a sweet and plentiful and year full of knowledge, hence apples and honey. And I know you all will be. There's still time to ensure you're entered in the book of life and to make whatever improvements in yourself that you think are necessary. There's always time. If you miss the 10 days, you don't have to wait another year for it to come around again. You do not know when you will be moved to examine, to change, to improve. But you will be moved. So just go with the flow. Now, as we progress through the 10 days of awe, the Yamim Noraim, which ends with Yom Kippur, what we refer to as the Day of Atonement, or at-one-ment, because we're all at one with the universe and therefore with each other. Any hurt we have caused, physical or emotional, has simply hurt ourselves. So this is truly the time for us to all come together. He Bag Production. He got Paul Riscom. He got Oh No Sideboard. He won Spinal Cracker. He got feet 10 below his knee. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease come together right now over me. Now, just as we all come together in a group, celebrating common belief and faith as a community, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love any and all, love a community, a chavura, true fellowship, as we express our nature of kindness. Compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes unites us all. In this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody in, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way you want to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hinei Matov, come together. Hinei Matov, Shevet Achim Gam. הנה מטוב וביניים שבת אחים גם יחד. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community. So let's all spread love, goodwill, fellowship to the world. Remember, friends, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah, it's your intention. It's what you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. And goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. So once again, let's take some time. Send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. We all know people who need it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know and for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. It is the tikkun olam, part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We have to help heal the world. It's not something we complete. It's an ongoing task to be dealt with in this lifetime. It's a test we all go through. It's for every lifetime. Each must do their own part. And part of the healing of the world is always send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for my friend Fern. For Bill, may he be 110% again soon. For Jules, for Johnny, Nina, for Iris and Kay, for Gloria and Snoopy, for Terry, Dave and Mookie, for all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, my friends, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For everyone you know in need, for the whole world, and for the bee. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Avocated Makor Habracha Devocated. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen. Misha Barak, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal us as he healed before. Misha Barak, may he who blessed. Because all healing is a blessing. So let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to share, to care, to grow, to love. Now this week, it's the second half of the two parts usually read together, but not this year, as we do Vayalach, and he went. Deuteronomy 31:1. And Moses went and spoke these things to all Israel. Well, it looks like we're about to end the Torah on another error. This parsha is called Vayalach, and he went. Simple three-letter word. But it was much more likely Vayachel. Now, the simple transposition error of two letters changed the meaning, because that meaning would be, and he finished. And that seems to work better here. And Moses went. Went where? He's just told us he's 120 years old and he doesn't move around so well. In fact, both the Qumran text and the Septuagint have, and Moses finished speaking all of these things. And he finished. Not and he went. And he finished makes more sense. To the end of his speech. It just makes sense. And I've often been asked, how does it make sense then that we're reading a parsha that's quite small? We're devoting the same time to this chapter as we will in 2 weeks when we read the entire creation of the universe, ending at Noah. Now, which do you think would be better to take time with? There's so much in Bereshit, creation, Adam and Eve, the serpent, expulsion, Cain and Abel, and so much more. That alone is a year's worth of discussion, not a week. But there are great lessons here this week also. And every part of the Torah has something to say. And in fact, we get a clue in this week's reading as to why they get the same treatment. Now, as we've seen, there are errors in writing, errors in understanding, errors in translation. And some parts have more errors than others. We didn't see another error from this section. But this one is in understanding. Deuteronomy 31:9. And Moses wrote this instruction and gave it to the priests, sons of Levi, who were carrying the ark of the Lord's covenant, to all of Israel's elders. Now, this instruction, the Hebrew word for that is Torah, does not refer to the entire 5 books of Moses, which came to be known as the Torah long after this chapter was written. Those who began claiming that Moses was the author of the entire Torah created much confusion and misinformation by claiming more from Moses than the Torah itself ascribed to him. It became a firmly established doctrine, certainly by the rabbinic period, and many great teachers, including Rashi and Rambam, they all followed it. Subsequently, Ibn Ezra raised subtle doubts about it. Spinoza openly challenged it. And Jewish as well as Christian scholars came to reject it completely in the 19th and 20th century. Orthodox Jews are about the only group that still accept it. The instruction that Moses writes here appears to be most of the law code that begins at Deuteronomy 12 and ends at 26. But it may also be understood to include the list of blessings and curses in Deuteronomy 28. But that's it. It's still another difference from what is written to what we do. Moses says, at the end of 7 years, at the appointed time of the year of the remission, on the festival of Booths, and the year of remission is the Sabbath year, on the festival of Booths, Sukkot coming up, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God in the place that he will choose, you shall read this instruction in front of all Israel in their ears. Now, the biblical requirement was to read this Torah, this instruction, which simply meant the law code of Deuteronomy, once every 7 years on the holiday of Sukkot. And of course, that holiday is coming up very shortly. However, we've gone from that to reading the entire 5 books every year. And I bet a lot of you would like to go back to what was intended. Now, the scroll that Moses writes is then lost for over 600 years, and it's found during the reign of King Josiah in the 8th century before the Common Era. And it was King Josiah who instituted the practice of public reading of the Torah, which is what prevails to the present day. And therefore, by the time that was instituted, the decision was made to break it down into weekly readings that we followed ever since. Right, which is why, creation and all the rest of that has the same equivalence as this. So I say, every week there is always something. Now, one of the great things in this little week reading is some fantastic advice in Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong. Be bold. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared, because the Lord your God, he is the one going with you. He won't let you down, and he won't leave you. And you know what, friends? He is. He is always with you. And when I say he, I mean he, she, it, whatever. Whatever you believe. And as we have seen, this book is about overcoming fear. So do not be afraid. Right? Our major holiday was all about overcoming fear. We're reminded on many occasions not to fear. Fear is our enemy, our Pharaoh. Fear is what imprisons us, and we are reminded you are never alone. We drift from God, but there's always that yearning. And ultimately, we do return, which takes us back to that whole concept of teshuvah, which the Torah is very much involved with. Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a brighter sunny day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? You know what, friends? You never have to be lonesome. We've seen this is a far from perfect book. But we can be far from perfect beings. But we keep on trying. Then we get a huge prediction. It's actually an incredible one. Deuteronomy 31:16. The Lord said to Moses, here, when you're lying with your fathers, meaning dead, this people will get up and whore after foreign gods of the land into which it's coming, and it will leave me, break my covenant that I made with it. My anger will flare at it on that day, and I'll leave them. I'll hide my face from them, and it will become prey. Many bad things and troubles will find it. So basically, when Moses is dead, the people will turn from God. They'll break the covenant pretty quickly. God's going to get pissed, and he will hide his face from them. That's a terrible thing, a parent turning away from their children. It gives us the expression hester panim, the hiding of the face. and it became a known idiom in rabbinic literature and in theological thinking to this day. So why does God do this? Because I know its inclination. The flood story starts and ends with God's recognition that human inclination is towards bad. I won't curse the ground on account of humankind again, for the inclination of the human heart is bad from their youth. We read that in Genesis 6:5. Now the word inclination, yesha, only occurs twice in the Torah. There and here. We've now gone full circle, my friends. What we saw at the beginning, we now see at the end. Here, I stand, head in hand, turn my face to the wall. If she's gone, I can't go on. Feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare each and every day. I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, hey, you gotta hide your love away. Hey, you gotta hide your love away. Now God may be hiding his face, but he's not hiding his love. Do not hide yours, especially in this season of forgiveness. Friends, the Tanakh story moves from a time of extraordinary divine involvement, creation, flood, personal contact, splitting sea, hearing God's voice in Sinai, to a time in which humans are left completely on their own. Humans are left not knowing if God exists or not. The Tanakh tells a story of a development from a world of direct communication with God to the world we have known ever since, in which the existence of God is a matter of faith or doubt or search. We all keep searching. Yes, my friends, the world's sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of all those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free. Be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light. All who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. And end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy the journey. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week. A week of love and light. A week of reflection. A week of peace. A week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. Everything's linked. Now, as I've said, you always have time to forgive, to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to faith and unwavering adherence to principle. Just as I have faith in the principle of love, and of all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart. Quiet the mind. Because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. So make the most of your time in life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you because you're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous. Bless others and bless yourself and love with the heart. Because we're all part of a greater whole. So embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. And be there for someone because someone will always be there for you whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief and what they mean to you. Not to others, just to you. And never accept shame as a natural state because whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together and we help each other because we are all trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our life, so find them. Tell them what they mean. And remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. So as you get ready to be sealed in the book of life, remember you are loved. And even if God's not looking and you don't see him, God is there. My friends, you are never alone. Situations have ended sad. Relationships have all been bad. Might have been like Verlaine and Rambo, but there's no way I can compare all that seen to this affair. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Now remember, we will be observing Yizkor, the public memorial service next week on Yom Kippur. If you want a candle lit for someone, send me their name. And remember to greet your friends, Ketiva Vachatima Tova. May you be inscribed and sealed for good year. And I know you all are. Thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shana Tova Umatuka. Have a happy and sweet year. Shabbat Shalom and blessings to you all. Take care and we'll see you soon.